Peace, peace, peace. Thank you for joining me. Yo, tonight we're going to be talking about how to pimp life and karma. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Just press the little question mark icon on the bottom. And anything that you have on your mind, we're going to put this game to the test and see if it can really answer any question you may have. But in the meantime, in between time, I guess we'll get this party started. Now, the first thing I'd like to say is that it's common English, that when we speak, we say that life is a bitch. Now, you can find a lot of wisdom in common English. And so, well, I guess nobody's here. We're going to have to wait up until somebody shows up. In the meantime, let's get these notes up and going. We're going to see what it is. Hey, peace. I'm just waiting for people to come. So do me a favor. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, wave back. Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Hey, can you hear me in there? You can hear me on the screen? All right. All right, well, you can get out. I'm just waiting on people to come in, that's all. Yeah, just go ahead, man. Do what you're doing. I'll deal with this. Well, might as well sit here and talk to myself. Oh man, peace, Mr. Golden Delanori. How you doing, sir? Just decided to get on and chop up a little game based on the new ebook, How to Pimp Life and Karma. You know what I'm saying? They always say that life is a motherfucking bitch, man. We use that in everyday language, but we don't get the deep science in it. We don't get the deep knowledge that's in it. if life is a bitch and you call yourself a pimp, right? Then you should be able to pimp your life. That's the reality of it. The word pimp, as we define it, means to get the best and most out of something. So if you're gonna pimp your life, life is a bitch, that means you should be able to get the best and the most out of your life. That's just the reality. Now, how do you do that? That's the question, right? So in the book, I give you 8 steps, that anybody can start on step 1, leading you to step number 8. And by the time you get to step number 8, you're going to be some real pimping, but some pimping on the bitch of life. You see, we got to elevate the game. If we stay on a ground level of the game, that's like a kid staying in first grade of school for his whole fucking life. If we saw a kid stay in first grade for his whole fucking life, you say, God damn it, that kid is slow. School may not be for that person. They are not the sharpest tool in the shed. You know what I'm saying? And I know motherfuckers don't like to hear that, but that's the reality. If you stay in the game on level 1, guess what? If you stay on the game on level 1, that means you're slow. Straight up and down. Peace to everybody that's joining the room. Thank you for joining me. Tonight we're going to be talking about how to pimp your life and fucking karma. Because they say life is a bitch and karma is a bitch. So if anybody has any questions on any topic, we're going to test the game tonight and see if we can answer any question based on the knowledge that's in this book. Well, tonight I want to talk about a pimp's perception, how a pimp sees himself, how a pimp sees his bitches, and how a pimp sees money. When we talk about the game, a lot of people talk about this game and how to pimp on a bitch, but they never tell you how to pimp on the money. Pimping, when you talk about the pimping, you got to talk about money. So if you're talking about all the rules of pimping, you can't forget the rules of money. And that's the reason why a lot of us may struggle in the game and also in the game of life, because we don't know how to handle the motherfucking money. All right. So, but tonight we're talking about a pimp's perception of himself. How does a pimp see himself? How should you see yourself if you call yourself some pimping? Well, a pimp's perception of himself, the word pimp means to get the best and the most out of something, right? So that means that a pimp sees himself as the best and the most. Now, that's not just some superficial shit that, you say just to make you feel good. You really are the best. Why? Because a pimp is willing to do the best work. He's willing to put in the most work. So he puts in the most work, right? Puts in the best work, and he gets the best and the most out of his motherfucking life. This is not rocket science. This is like kindergarten knowledge, right? But a lot of us are not applying that game. And I could tell you how I know. Well, from my personal experience, the way you treat a bitch is really an indicator of how you think and feel about yourself. You understand? If you're at peace with yourself, you're not going to beat up on a bitch. That's just real shit. When you're cool within yourself and you have a good self perspective, man, you're not going to talk down on nobody else's pimping. You're not going to talk shit about anybody else. You're not going to talk down on a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because you think highly of yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So when you see all of this talking down on a woman, that's not real pimping. It can't be. Because a pimp, even his words are the best and the most. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing good that comes out of talking down to someone. There's nothing good that comes out of talking bad to someone. That's not reality. See, when you're dealing with how to pimp life and how to pimp karma, karma simply means the law of cause and effect. Okay? So if you want a certain effect, you have to put in a certain cause. You got to put in certain work. This is just simple, basic life. But it seems like we don't know it because our lives be all fucked up, right? Be fucked up with fucked up lives with fucked up women in our lives, wondering why the fuck our lives are fucked up. Now that don't make no goddamn sense. It's simple cause and effect. When you're pimping on karma, you understand you're trying to get the best and the most effect. Therefore, you're willing to put in the best and the most work. It's really just that simple. So when we talk about pimping on, peace to Belafonte and all the people that joined, thank you. We're talking about how to pimp on life and karma. This is not something, this is not rocket science. This is very easy to do. All of us can do it if you just follow a simple system. To see the reason why your pimping is lacking is because you don't know how to pimp on your motherfucking self first. That's the reality of it. You know, you don't know how to get the best and most out of yourself, and that's really not your fault. You know, we've been taught wrong, man. We've been taught wrong by people that's, you know, they ain't got no game. So how the fuck they gonna give you some game? You understand? They're not getting the best and the most out of their lives. How they gonna get how they gonna teach you how to get the best and most out of yours? Now, why am I able to talk all of that shit? Why am I able to say that? Because guess what? I'm getting the best and the most out of my life. Because I came from that. I came from fucking with females for over what? 15, 20 years. I always tell motherfuckers I lost my hair fucking with these bitches, fucking with the game on that level. Real shit. And I feel better now, you know what I'm saying, that I got myself in a game and organized and legal way. Real shit. Okay? So anyway, let's just break this down. Pimping your life just means getting the best and the most out of your life. Pimping karma simply means that you have an effect in your mind, something you want to produce. You understand what I'm saying? And you cause that shit. You put the work in to make that result a reality. It's really just that simple. You know, you don't have to look at your life like it's some mystery God up in the sky pulling the strings. There is a God, but you have control over, he gave you control over your life. You know what I'm saying? And how you control your life is by focusing on the principle of karma, cause and effect. You know, science is all about cause and effect. Now, if you want to live your life and work your life like a science, then you have to apply the principle of cause and effect. You know, nothing happens. They say everything happens for a reason. So if you want something to happen, you just have to produce the reasons. You have to produce the why and produce the work and make it into reality. And I guarantee you, when you start pimping on your life, when you start getting the best and the most out of your life, when you start visualizing your life as if it was a female and treating that bitch in your life right, I guarantee you that bitch will start loving you. I want you to think about something. If your life was a person, would your life love you back? Think about that. If your karma was a person, would that karma love you back? If your money was a person, would you even have a person in your life? Or would that money love you back? I want you to really think about that. Because a lot of times motherfuckers is living their life and you can't stand the motherfucking life that you living. Real shit. Now, how in the fuck are you supposed to pimp on a bitch if you can't stand your own life? You see? And that's why motherfuckers be making a female's life miserable, man. Because you fucking miserable. You know why you miserable? Because you're not pimping on your own life. You're not getting the best and the most out of your own life. You're not thinking the best and the most of yourself. You understand? And the second step of the game, as I teach it, is intentions. What are your intentions? A pimp's intentions. A real pimp's intentions is that he wants the best and the most. Now, a lot of times, the reason why you don't get what you want in life because you don't know what the fuck you want in life. Let's imagine going to a fucking restaurant, right? Sitting down and the waitress comes up to you and asks to take your order and you don't know what you want. She goes away, she comes back, and she asks you, can she take your order? And you still don't know what you want. She goes away and she comes back. She asks to take your order and you still don't know what you want. You know, after a certain point, they're going to have to kick you out because you don't know what you want. You see, by you not knowing what you want, she can't do her job, the waitress. And if the waitress can't do her job, the cook can't do his job. You understand what I'm saying? So by not knowing what you want, you slow up the business of life. That's my point. You slow down the business of life by not knowing what you want. A pimp always knows what he wants. What does a pimp want? He wants the best and the most out of everything, every person, and every circumstance. All right? The first person that he wants the best and the most of is from himself. Simple and plain. That's how a pimp's perspective is. That's what a pimp's intentions are. Now, when a pimp is speaking, the third step is speaking. How does a pimp speak? When he speaks in the best of manners. You understand what I'm saying? He talks about getting the most and the best out of people, mainly himself, beginning with himself. You see, now you understand how a pimp thinks, what he wants, and what he talks about. He's always talking about self-improvement. See, a lot of times I see on social media, this is why I don't engage with a lot of dudes, because they spend their time talking about the negatives in the game and how fucked up the game is and how fucked up the bitches are and how fucked up these niggas are. Well, guess what? My brain don't think like that. That's not how pimping thinks. Pimping thinks about what's going on in the better side of things, the positive side, man. What's the silver lining in this cloud? You know what I'm saying? And to keep it real, when we move to the fourth step, which is actions, right? I'm not sure that pimping on the street level of the game is the best and the most that we can do. You understand? If pimping is doing the best and the most, then the actions of pimping on a female may not be the best thing that we can do. Now look, this is coming from a person that I was doing that for over 20 years of my life. And now I'm pimping on books. This is better for me. This is a pimp decision. You understand what I'm saying? It may not go with it may not be the sexy thing. It may not be with what people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? And I know that shit. People want me to give them a step-by-step program, you know what I'm saying, to guide them straight to motherfucking prison. They want to know the step-by-step, you know, of how to manipulate a motherfucking bitch. But they don't want to know a step-by-step of how they're going to take control over their own motherfucking lives. And I think that's a fucking shame. I think it's a fucking shame that, you know, we spend a lot of our lives, you know, in this game trying to control other people, and it never occurs to us that, motherfucker, you have to have self-control first. The difference between a pimp and a trick is self-control. Think about that. So if you don't exercise and grow your self-control, you're not exercising and growing your pimping. I mean, this is some basic knowledge, basic game, but it's not being taught. The only thing that's being taught is how to stunt on a bitch. And you're not even doing that good. You know what I'm saying? See, if you don't know how to treat your main bitch called life, you really don't know how to treat a female. If you don't know how to treat karma and money, you definitely don't know how to treat a female. You see? And that's why I teach the game the way that I do. So anyway, peace to my brother that just came in the room. So the first step on this path is a pimp's perception. He wants the best. He wants the most. The second is his intention. What he wants. You have to know what you want in life. You see, when you pimping on a female, you got to tell her what you want so she can give you what you want. Well, if life and karma are the two females, your two main females in your life, you have to be able to tell your life, know what you want in your life, right? Now, if life is a bitch, this is just a little side note, but if life is a bitch, how do you communicate with her? You see? How do you communicate? What's the means by which you communicate with her? The way you communicate with life is through your thoughts. It's through your thinking, brothers. So if you're thinking negatively, it's like talking shit to your bitch. If you think positively, it's like talking nice to your bitch. Now, how are you going to get your bitch to do anything that you want unless you talk to her nice? You see what I'm saying? Now, you know what? I want you to think about something. How many times you seen a beautiful female on the streets and you said some nice shit to her, man? You kicked some game to her, man. How many times have you spoken nicely to yourself, motherfucker? I want you to think about that. How many compliments do you really give yourself, man? How many times do you wake up in a day or, walk past the mirror and give yourself a compliment or think a positive thought about yourself? See, we talk more positively to other people and we talk more negatively to ourselves. That's not the pimping. That is definitely not the pimping. A pimp's perspective is positive. He wants the best and the most. He speaks the best and the most, right? To whom? First to himself. You can't be no real pimping if you talking negatively to yourself, right? The whole world talking shit about you, especially if you a nigga. Everybody talks shit about a nigga, talk down on a nigga. Who's the one person that has to be talking some positivity in your life? It can't be Slim Sir. It has to be you, man. So think of your life as a woman and talk nice to her. And the way you talk to her is through your thinking, man. I want you to drop some game on her all day, every day. Real shit. I want you to drop some game on her, man. And that's how you start building a good relationship with your life. And imagine if your life was a person. Wouldn't you want your life to love you and obey you and give you what you want? If life is a bitch and you a pimp, ain't that what's supposed to happen anyway? Isn't that what you're supposed to want for yourself? All right. So the fifth step now is a pimp's vibe. And in the book, we didn't really go through it, but I'm going to show you what a pimp's vibe is and how you control your vibe. I want you to take a deep breath, right? And fill your belly like a balloon. Imagine your belly like a balloon and fill it with air. And then release it. You see, you ever notice when you're calm, your belly is relaxed? When you're stressed, your belly is tense? See, the way you produce a confident vibe is by being calm. And the way you always maintain your calm is by your breathing. This is real game I'm giving you. Practical step-by-step shit that nobody has ever taught you, because you know what? They have never thought about the game on this level. Was always getting what they could from a bitch, but never trying to get what they can, the best or the most out of their own selves. So the first step on this path is how you see yourself. See yourself as the best and the most. The second step is what you want. You have to know what you fucking want. And what do you want? You want the best and the most of whatever you're doing. If you're a salesperson, brother, you want to be the best and the most salesperson. You're going to be doing the most, man. You grinding. You don't have an 8-hour mentality like the average worker. No, man. You put in the most. You put in what you have to do, your best. All right. The third one is how you talk to people, man. You see, a lot of times y'all be, hey, bitch. What's up, bitch? That is not the best way to talk to a woman, man. It's not the best way. And you're not going to get the best results. Remember, karma is cause and effect. Okay? If you, hey, what's up, and bitch, that's a cause. What do you think the effect is going to be? It's not going to be a good effect. So all that shit that you watching on YouTube and social media is bullshit. It doesn't work. You can prove what I'm saying if you just do what I'm saying. Buy and apply the book and you win. It's really just that simple. Okay? The fourth step is action, man. Action. What do you do as a pimp? You know what you do as a pimp? You do your best, brother. No matter what field of activity or whatever your job is, you do your best. And you do the most work. You outwork everybody. Don't you see, when you see some Slim Sir shit, I done dropped like fucking 6 books in 2 years. I'm outdoing everybody. While everybody's talking shit and whatever they fucking doing, I'm working. I'm doing my best work. I'm doing the most work. I'm living by example. Straight up. And that's what you do, brother. You do your best and you do the most. The fifth step is your vibe, man. Your vibe has to be at its best. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be the most cool. And how you do that is by staying calm, brother. And how you stay calm is by controlling how you breathe. Okay? Always be in control. When you feel like you losing control and you know what I'm saying, you get intense, always be aware of your belly. Is it tight or is it relaxed? Straight up. And that's how you keep your calm. Now that's the fifth step, right? The sixth step is, how are you feeding your bitch? Your diet, man. What are you eating, man? Life is a bitch. How are you feeding her? The bitch is paying you faithfully every day. How does the bitch called life pay you? She pays you with time. Time is money. That's a good bitch. She's paying you faithfully 1,440 minutes per day. But what are you feeding her? Now imagine if a chick went out and got you $1,440 every day since you've been in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? Since you've been in the game, she give you that much. And you give her McDonald's in return. You give her fast food in return. How do you think that woman is going to feel about you? What do you think she's going to think about you? How long do you think she's going to stay with you? Now, let me tell you something, brother. I'm going to give you some cold reality. You see that bitch called life, she's going to leave you one day. She's going to leave you one day, brother. It happens to all of us. That's the nature of the game. Okay? So while you got her, you got to get the best and the most from her. You got to keep her happy. And you're not going to keep her happy if you're feeding her junk food. Real shit. You see how dope this game is when you really think about it? You see how easy it is to form in your mind how to fix your life like literally over fucking night? All right? See, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear the step-by-step bullshit. That's what they want to hear. Okay? So that's the 6th step. The 7th step of this game is exercise, brother. Exercise. A lot of motherfuckers, you pimping on a bitch, you know, you try to get at a bitch, nigga, you can't do 10 jumping jacks. You can't do 10 push-ups, nigga. You gotta be active in order to be attractive. And part of that is physically fucking active if you want a woman to be physically attractive to you. Real shit. I'm Slim Sir, but damn it, I do my yoga. Find some physical activity that you like to do and do it regularly, man. You know why? Because the main bitch that you got, life, she loves to exercise. And when you think about it, exercise is just spending time with your bitch. Just thank you, Belafonte. This is when you exercise, you're spending quality time with your bitch. Now, what bitch don't like that? Now think about it in reverse. If you don't spend time with her and you neglect her for all these motherfucking years, right? What you think gonna happen? She gonna get tired of your ass and leave you. She gonna start giving you problems. Man, that's what they do before they leave. They start giving you problems. What does that mean? That means you start aching, you start paining, you start getting fucked up in the body, right? Because you ain't been spending no time with your bitch. Every single day. Even if it's 10 or 15 minutes, man. Get a little workout in, brother. Now look at what I told you. A pimp's perspective. How does he see himself? He sees himself as the best, right? He wants the best. The way he speaks. Look at the way we've been talking tonight. We may have used some crude language, but look at the beautiful lessons that's in the game. You know what I'm saying? We speak the best of ourselves and of each other. You know what I'm saying? We do our best. We always have the best vibe, right? Think about that. We eat the best foods, and we treat ourselves the best by exercise. The eighth step is work, brother. This plan won't work unless you work this plan. That's the reality of it. This plan doesn't work unless you work this plan. And so a lot of times the reason why I'm bringing up work is because a pimp does the best work. He does the most work. A lot of times when you think about a pimp, you're thinking about a motherfucker that's sitting back while everybody else working. The pimp is just sitting back. That's not the game. And anybody who teaches you that is the game, they fucking lying to you, right? They're lying to you. Life doesn't fucking work like that. It may work like that for a time with a dumb female, but you never see these niggas stand with motherfucking females for years. You know why? Because at some point, the bitch is like, God damn it, this nigga is using me. His perception is fucked up. He doesn't know what he wants, right? He talks down to me. He treats me bad. His vibe is fucked up. He don't feed me well, right? He don't spend no time with me. And the nigga don't got a plan that he's working with. And I think about that. If you was a bitch, would you fuck with a nigga like that? I always asked myself that question every day when I was doing my thing. If I was this motherfucker, would I fuck with me? And that's a question that you have to ask yourself. Now imagine if if your life was a person, would your life fuck with you? Would your life like you? Would your life love you? Think about that. That's some deep shit. See, because guess what? If your life don't love you and you don't love your life, how in the fuck is anybody else going to be able to tolerate your ass? To want to pay you, to want to do business with you, to want to fuck with you, man. Think about that. See, if you can't stand being around yourself, how could you expect a woman to want to be around you? Think about that. So those are the 8 steps on this path. And if you take those 8 steps, it's a struggle, man. I'm going to tell you straight up and down. It's not just because I explained it easily doesn't mean that it's easy to do. It's a struggle to control your perception. Do you understand why? Because in science, it says that wherever there's an action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if you think a positive thought, there is naturally a negative thought coming back at you just to see if you were strong enough, if that's what you really, really fucking want. You have to go through resistance. So when you make up your mind to say, all right, I'm gonna think positive, I'm gonna think the best and the most of myself, guess what? There's gonna be some issue that pops up in your mind to try to prevent you from that. But you gotta still struggle on. You see? The next step is what? Intention, right? You got to have the best and the most intention, right? So yes, you want to do something, right? Now there's some natural opposition that comes against you. Equal and opposite reaction, right? And you got to struggle against that. Do you understand? So what I'm trying to say to you, peace, Brother Couture. Yo, I'm so proud of this brother, man. This brother is grinding. Now you talking about some pimping. Let's talk about some pimping. This brother is doing the best and the most with everything in that he has access to. Just think about that. See? So what I'm saying, I'm not just talking shit. It's real brothers in the world who got real game. They're supplying their real game to their real lives, man. And providing real value. Y'all can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? Am I just talking shit? Hello, hello. If y'all can hear me, man, throw up a peace sign or something, man. One of the brothers said he can't hear me. Oh, yeah, I guess they can hear me. Yeah, brother, it's your phone. Yeah, man. But you see, let me tell you something, man. The game don't mean shit if you can't apply it to your life. Think about that. The game don't mean shit if you can't apply it to your life. If all you can do is apply the game to a female, nigga, you ain't got no game. Real shit. Real shit. Think about this. I'm not telling you something that's too hard to understand. You got real people that's really applying this game, that they don't get half of the publicity or, the following that these fake motherfuckers get. And that's the world we live in. And that's why we teach what we teach, man. To show you the difference between the real and the fake. If you practice what we've been talking about tonight, having the best perception of yourself, the best perception of other people. How are you supposed to do business with people, but you got a fucked up perception of them? You see people as fucked up, then people gonna feel that vibe from you. Why are they gonna want to do business with you if your perception of yourself is fucked up and your perception of them is fucked up and you don't know how to handle money? You are not a good candidate to do business with at that point. But if you follow the guidance that we've been giving you and Pimp Your Life and Karma, you will begin to change your self-perception. Change how you see other people and learn how to handle fucking money. The brother, that's right, brother. The brother, let me tell you something. This brother is making lip gloss, clothing sets. The brother even got a makeup crew, man. I mean, and he got a vlog on YouTube right now applying the principles that we used in the streets to business. What is wrong with that? I always wanted to know, at what point, man, when you really look at two players, one stayed on the track and one applied his game to a higher level, man, at what point do you think that dude on the street is going to win in the long term? Now, we've watched brothers, right, for fucking generations do the same shit and get the same result. See, karma means what? Cause and effect. Well, if you seen all these brothers get locked up, you know what I'm saying? Or their lives are fucked up. You seen all these brothers, man. That's an effect. Well, what is the cause? The cause is they was practicing the game on a lower level. The effect is their life was fucked up. The cause is they was practicing the game on a lower level. You want a different effect? Well, then you need a different cause. It's real simple. And this game that I'm giving you in How to Pimp Life and Karma is a different cause. Why? Because it deals first with how you see yourself. I want you to understand the old school game. See, y'all don't know, in this generation, you don't got real game. You got some bullshit. In the old school, they said you can have anything if you're willing to do the work. See, you have to do so you can have. You understand? In this game, in this today's time, is you want to have, right, and do so you can be. It don't work like that, man. There's a natural order to things, man. See, when you learn the game, you learn natural order. You learn structure. You learn that everything has a process. You see? And so when some pimping now, when he starts the process, he has the perception of himself. He has a desire. He knows exactly what he wants. He speaks only about what he wants. He does what he wants. He keeps that vibe. You see the point? You see the steps, how it works? It's a process, man. Nothing is going to happen overnight. But if you put in enough work, if you grind, you will definitely shine, man. It's simple. Okay? Now, the next bitch that you got to pimp on is karma. Karma is cause and effect, man. And we talked about this earlier. It's really simple, brother. Guess what? If you mad all the time, if you broke, if you're living in a hotel, if your life is fucked up, you have to just face yourself in the mirror and realize, hey, man, you have been plugging in a cause that's producing that effect. There's no mystery God. There's no one chastising you. Nigga, you're doing it to yourself. The white man's society is based on science, okay? This whole great country that we call America is based on science, man. And the root of science is cause and effect. That's what science is. They're studying causes and they're studying effects. It's really simple, okay? Well, if this great society is based on science, then guess what you should base your life on? Science, man. Cause and effect. And how do we articulate that? We articulate that in the game as karma is a bitch and you gonna pimp on her, and pimping means getting the best and the most out of karma. Karma means cause and effect. You want the best effect, you gotta put in the best cause. Real simple shit. So imagine now, add that now with your perception. That's the cause now, right? Positive perception. What's the effect? Positive effect, right? Positive effect. Positive intention, positive result. Yes, real simple, man. See? And that's how you begin to pimp on your life. You see what I'm saying? This game is more valuable than the bullshit that they've been teaching you. You understand? Real simple. Okay, now, cause and effect, right? Life is a bitch. Karma is a bitch. Now, guess what? Money is a bitch. Now, money, see, life and karma, you born with those two bitches. See? Now, I want you to think about that for a second. Imagine that you were born with two bitches and didn't even realize it. And you've been treating them like shit. You didn't even, you know what I'm saying? You got these two bitches and you treating them like shit, but you want money, right? Now, money is a bitch. She's standing off afar and she's watching you. and how you treat your other two bitches. She wants to choose up, but damn it, you treating life fucked up. And because you treating life fucked up, karma's beating your ass too. So those two bitches is beating your ass. You think money want to come around and fuck with you? She don't want to come around and fuck with you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't handle your other two bitches. And that's how it is in the game for real. Why would a bitch want to fuck with you if your life ain't together? Why would a bitch want to fuck with you if everything in your life is going wrong and all you're doing is complaining? Your perspective is wrong. What you want is wrong. What you talk about, what you do is wrong. Your vibe is wrong. Your diet is wrong. You don't exercise and you don't work. How in the fuck do you become attractive to the bitch? How do you become attractive to anybody? If you want to do business with anybody. See, this is the game of life, but the game of life represents the business of life. You understand? And in the business of life, you have to have a product or service, and you have to be attractive to other people. They have to want to do business with you. Even if you just on the low level of the game, why would a bitch want to? She has to want to give you her money. You understand? You have to be producing some value, nigga. I mean, real shit. So, I hope y'all getting some value from this. You know what I'm saying? Getting some real game. You know, I think a lot of times I spit this and I've been talking it, but a lot of dudes don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to have that step-by-step system to pimp on a female. But what I realized when I was writing my other book, Glory to the Game, after we had wrote that book, then I realized, man, damn, they were planning laws to really not lock niggas up forever for this pimping and shit, human trafficking and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I said, damn, is that the end of the game? It's not the end of the game, brother. It's just the elevation of the game. It's time to elevate the game. You know what I'm saying? It's time to elevate the game. Nigga, I want you to think about something. Life is a bitch, karma is a bitch. But did you ever think that the earth is called Mother Earth? And if you really some pimping, don't that mean that you can pimp on the earth? Think about that. Nature is called Mother Nature. What does it mean if you could pimp on nature? The universe is feminine. What does it mean if you could pimp on a universe? Do you see how high we could take this ism? Do you see how high and lofty and grand this game is? So if you stay on the first level of the game, you're really disrespecting this game, because if you could pimp on the universe, brother, you on a level of a god, man. Think about that, man. Think about what this game really is, the deep core meanings of this game, man. And when you practice the game that I've been trying to share with y'all, I've been breaking my neck to try to share this game with y'all. If you apply it just for 21 days, they say it takes 21 days to establish a habit. If you apply this game for 21 days, and I will stay with you step by step, every day we will do a live and talk about a subject from the book for 21 days, brother. I guarantee you your bitch called life will love you more. I guarantee you your bitch called karma will love you more. I guarantee you that the bitch called money will be attracted to you and start to holler at you. You won't have to chase the bitch called money. Money will chase you. You see what I'm saying? See, tricks do the chasing. You know what I'm saying? Tricks chase hoes, and hoes chase pimping. Pimping don't chase a motherfucking thing but his purpose. Straight up and down. Y'all got that? I mean, this is game that should have been taught. This is kindergarten game. If we was back in the days with the original players, they'd be like laughing, man. This is baby game. We should have been advanced to higher levels of the game. You should be pimping some politics. You should be pimping some business. You should be pimping real estate. You should be pimping the medical field. You should be pimping every fucking thing. The last thing you should be pimping on or thinking about pimping on is a female. Let me show you why. In Glory to the Game, I showed you the natural order of things. Okay? I'm giving y'all mad game tonight. You know why? Because I love you, man. And I really want you to get this game. Look at it. Your head is here. It's on top. And under your head it's your heart. And under that is your private area, your genitals. This shows you the natural order of things, man. That it's guidance above your emotions, and your emotions and guidance above sex. Sex and the sex industry should be the last thing you thinking about. You see what I'm saying? This should be the last thing you thinking about. But that's where the game is. It's all about sex. And if they take it a little bit higher, they're just emotional. But none of them have taught you anything mental. Anything mental. They haven't advanced your mind. They just had some cool quotes, right, that they repackaged and gave to you. And we were so starving for some game that, you know, the best shit talker, we was listening to him and loving it. But it wasn't advancing us. And I guarantee you niggas was going to jail for following that guidance. Real shit. And they haven't been advancing. Well, guess what? I don't know about you, but we don't need no more motherfucking pimps pimping females. We need pimps pimping everything else. What do you think a scientist is? He is pimping the laws of, he's pimping the earth. He's pimping nature. He's pimping the universe. What do you think those astronauts are doing in the space station? They're trying to get the best and the most from space. That's pimping the universe. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, if you stay on this first level of game and you stay on it for the rest of your life, and you say, oh, that's the only level of the game, nigga, you stupid. You're stupid. You're limiting yourself. Anyway, before we close, let's talk about some of those rules of money. Because it don't make sense to talk about the game if you don't talk about the rules of money. This is when I realized that there was a plot in the world. I realized something, right? I realized that every game has rules, okay? Every game has rules. So does the money game. The money game has rules, and you don't have to have a fucking degree to apply these rules to money. And when you apply these rules to money, guess what? That bitch called money has no choice but to fuck with you. She has no choice. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to get your life right. Now you got to understand and know what you fucking want. Now let me help you with some of these rules. The first rule, to me, is one of the most important rules, is pay yourself first. Start saving 10% of what you earn. Now check this out. The bitch pays you. You some pimping, right? She pays you. And then she pays you everything, right? And then you pay everybody else. You pay to live, you pay to buy food, you pay for a car, gas, phone, getting the bitch, you know, tight and right, you getting tight and right, you know what I'm saying? You pay everybody, huh? The only time you pimping is on her. That's the only time pimping. But the rest is you being a hoe to everybody else because you paying out all that money that the bitch just paid you. You know what I'm saying? And it never occurred to you to pay yourself first because you some pimping. It never occurred, see? And that's some game now. So you ain't never heard no nigga tell you that in this game. You ain't never heard a nigga say, hey, look, start paying yourself first, pimping, and putting something aside. You ain't never heard that. See? You have to learn how to pimp the money. You got to learn how to pimp the money. How we talking about pimping, but we not talking about how to use money? I want you to think about that, man. You got motherfuckers talking about, oh yeah, I'm breaking the bitch, I'm getting this, I'm getting that. But nigga, you don't understand the rules of money. See? And if anybody applies the rule of money, you'll win. And that first rule is the most important. Pay yourself first. Remember that whenever you get some money, nigga, if you don't pay yourself first, you're being a hoe because you're going to have to pay bills. That's just the way life works. You understand what I'm saying? And the less you save, the less of some pimping you are. See, a pimp is good with money. You know what I'm saying? A pimp is good with money. The second principle is extremely fucking important. You got to control your motherfucking expenses, nigga. Now, look, I can tell you from life experience, nigga, I'm getting a whole bunch of money, but spending a whole bunch of motherfucking money and ain't saved nothing. That's how I can tell you this shit. This is how I can tell you this shit, nigga. I lived through this shit, nigga. I done made thousands, okay? And fucked up my money. You know why? Because in the game, nobody talks about motherfucking money. Nobody teaches you this higher level of game or how to pimp your life and how to pimp your karma and how to pimp this motherfucking money. Nobody teaches you this. You know what I'm saying? All we do is brag, nigga, and boast, nigga, and talk shit. You gotta pay yourself first. See, my dad taught Belafonte, my father used to tell me, it's not how much you make, son, it's how much you save. And I never fucking appreciated that until I decided to, get legitimate and start a business. I said, oh shit, right? Real shit. Oh, Vanessa, there go my girl. But anyway, you gotta pay yourself first, man. If you not paying yourself first, just think about it. Think about if you was a female and you was paying you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you wasted all that fucking money. Would you continue paying you? I mean, if you suck at money, bro, would a female really want to give you some money, man? And think about this on a greater scale. If life is a bitch and she pays you in time and she pays you 1,440 minutes a day, how do you spend and invest the time that she gives you? She's a faithful bitch, man. I really want you to think about life in a different way. She's so faithful. She pays you religiously every fucking day. But what do you do with that time? You waste it. Now imagine if a bitch gave you that much time and money every day. Imagine how much if she gave you that much money every day, right? And you wasted it. How the fuck do you think she would feel? She would get tired of giving you fucking money. Well, I want you to think about this. I'm not a religious person, but what you think God think, man? If he giving you all this time and you fucking it up. What you think life thinks about you if you fucking up your life? Fucking up the time that she gives you. Right? I want y'all to really think about this game that I'm telling you, man, and how it applies so much. I know this is not the sexy pimping that you want to hear. It's not what you want, but damn it, I know it's what you need. Because this world got something planned for you. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't got a solid system, you see what I'm saying? If you don't got a solid system, brother, you're going to lose in this business of life. You're going to be a sucker, man. You're going to be a sucker for the rest of your life. You're going to be a customer, man. And the pimping is not a fucking customer, man. The pimping is an owner, man. The pimping is a maker, man. The pimping is a producer, man. Getting the best and getting the most, brother. And showing others how to get the best and get the most out of their lives. Get the best and the most out of the results of their lives. The best and the most out of interactions with other people in the business of life. Anyway, if anybody got any questions, there's a question mark icon on the bottom. I'm not sure how much time we got left, but I'll be happy to answer any questions or address any comments. You know what I'm saying? Because I really want you to get a thorough understanding. And that's how you know that I really, really love you, man. Because, I could have easily said some dumb shit and try to get y'all to buy the book, nigga. But no, I'm trying to teach you the book. You know what I'm saying? I want you to buy the book so you can see the words and, read it over for 21 days. And even more than that, to drill it in your mind, program your mind. See, in the game, we talk about a program, putting the bitch on your program. But you never think about programming yourself. See, we always hitting this bitch first, but we don't think about ourselves first. Pimping thinks about himself first. Pimping thinks about himself first. So if you got a nigga whose his first thought is a female, then he's not really on some pimping. Pimping's first thought is himself. Okay? That's a natural thing. That's not selfish. I mean, if you even thought that was selfish, hey, man, you need to be re-educated. You need to re-educate yourself. We think so low of ourselves, man. We put others in front of ourselves, man. How you going to be the best for other people, nigga, if you don't put yourself first? That's not being selfish. That's being natural. The first law of nature is self-preservation. So, yeah, self-preservation. That's right, brother. Anyway, if anybody got any questions or comments, please press the question mark icon so we can expand this game. And I want y'all to share next time, man. Share. You know why? Because when we get more people in here, we get more questions, we get more activity, right? We get more brains, man. So imagine that. If I add to my brain, right? You add to me, right? Now our brain is bigger. Now we got 10 motherfuckers thinking and talking about the same thing. And you'd be surprised what type of ideas we all will discover if we put our brains together, man. They say 2 heads are better than 1. That means that 3 is better than 2. That means that 1 is worse than having 2, right? So I want you to think about it. It's horrible when you by yourself, nigga. Think about that shit. It's better when you have other people, man. It's better when you have brothers, man. It's better when you have a brotherhood. It's better when you could pick up the phone and call a nigga, man, when you got an issue or if you don't know something, man. No man is an island. You can't do it by your motherfucking self, man. And that's why we're here. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to say, yo, I didn't know. It's okay to say I fucked up. Guess what? Me personally, I have fucked up. I have fucked up my way to success, man. So if you're seeing success now, you're not seeing the fucking years of me being a straight fuck up. Real shit. All you're seeing now is the results of those fuck ups. See, I know how to fix the fuck ups now. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't always this dope, nigga. I'm dope as fuck right now. Real shit. But I wasn't always this dope, nigga. I fucked up my way to, I failed my way to success. And if you listen to the guidance that I've given you, you know what? I'm gonna let this IG stay up, and I'm gonna let you just watch the shit. Watch it and peep the game that's in it. I didn't tell you no lie. I didn't tell you anything wrong, and I definitely taught you more game than any of these motherfuckers have ever taught you, period. You know what I'm saying? This is life game. That's why I asked you to subscribe to the newsletter. You know what I'm saying? Because I give you game every single week, man. Every single week I give you some game. Oh shit, we got a question. Let's see what we got there. Let's see there. Do you have an LLC? Y'all about the importance of that and how you started or learned about LLC. You know what? Yeah. All right, so truth be told, me personally in my camp, we just started doing the LLC shit. Real shit. But my man Golden Delanori always encourages that. So if you want to know about that, you know what I'm saying, you could go to him specifically and get that guidance because he's done it. I'm in the process of doing it right now. But you could easily go on YouTube or Google, you know what I'm saying, go on your state's website, right, and find out what are the requirements to start an LLC. Let me show you something. That's real shit. I'm glad you brought that up because that's an advancement of the game. See, even when I started this, I started just on some self-publishing shit. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna get in the game. You know what I'm saying? It took me some time. Yeah, the Secretary of State, that's right. That's right. And the brother said, go to your court, the court building or the state sites. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I just jumped in the game. And so I wouldn't encourage that, man. Cross all your T's, dot all your I's, and do your thing. Yo, we got 1 minute and 50 seconds left. I just filed for mine. I'm talking about how important it is. Oh yeah, it's fucking important, man. You know why? Because if somebody want to motherfucking sue you, man, you know what I'm saying, you're covered. All right, you're covered. There's a whole bunch of advantages, man. But we only got 1 minute and 30 seconds, man. So I'm gonna thank y'all for all of the fucking the comments and everything. Thank y'all for your time, because you know time is money. And you got to pay attention. That's how you buy game. That's how you buy game. You know what I'm saying? You got to invest the time and pay attention. You know what I'm saying? So when motherfuckers said the game is to be sold, nigga, it's not just a transfer of money for some cool ass quotes, nigga. No, you got to invest the time into the game, and you got to pay attention to the game, and you got to get game from a reputable source, a motherfucker like me who has fucking lived this game and fucked up and succeeded, right? So I could show you what to do, what not to do. And I'm telling you, man, the first thing you need to do before you start thinking about pimping on a bitch is pimping on your own life, pimping on your own karma, and getting your money right, man. Y'all do me a favor. If y'all got any value out of this, go to my profile, click the link in my profile and sign up, man, just for the email. You ain't gotta buy nothing. I ain't asking y'all niggas to buy nothing. I ain't try to sell y'all niggas nothing yet. This whole fucking live, I ain't try to sell you shit. Just go and sign up, man. And if you found value in this shit, yo, share this shit. Share this live with people, man, and show them that that real game exists. Man, I love y'all, man. I gotta go. I got 5 seconds, all right? Peace.